This week on the W2 Report, we find out why the internet never forgets in 60 seconds.
This is the W2 Report with Sanji Homura. Here's Sanji.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the W2 Report. I am back again. But before we go into the topic of today's discussion, let us go over the ground rules with Lord Crocosquirrel.
Rule 1, be not the dick. Rule 2, if thou hast questions, please refer to rule number 1. We are going to add rule 3 at this point. If you are still having problems having followed rules 1 and 2, get bent. You could just poof.
Let us introduce our third man in the ring, Mr. Thomas.
I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed.
Ooh.
And his tag team partner, Mr. Vaughn.
Are we doing M&M puns? Is that what we're doing now?
No, not yet. Those are that's about that's somewhere between 12 and 17 minutes from now.
I'm not ready to stand up just yet.
And please welcome our special guest this week, Lindgren.
Lindgren.
I got nothing.
Already, that's better than everything we had, so don't worry about it, man.
Yeah, we shoot our shots prior to the live stream, so...
Yo, dude, shots fired. Seriously. We're forever shooting one another back and forth. It's great. Little does Sanji know I could probably end him from here.
Okay.
I could end you for the zip code if I really cared enough. All I need is to be two or three zip codes closer, you know.
All right, let us go over today's topic. The internet is not forever after all. CNET deletes old articles to gain Google.
Well, unfortunately, people know where those articles are, and some of them even had lovely archives of a bunch of them.
Oh, yes. Because CNET, going through the article itself, Gizmodo reports that the 28-year-old site has been deleting thousands of old articles in its quest to achieve better rankings in Google.
Wow.
I can't imagine why they'd want to do that, because everybody already knows that if you want your shit off the internet, it's going to be an uphill fight and loads of lawsuits, and then it's probably still not going to be successful.
Or it could just be Keffels.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And everybody wants your ass off the internet.
Well, the deletion process began with small batches of articles, and it dramatically increased over the second half of July, leading to removal of thousands of articles in recent weeks. Although CNET confirmed the culling of stories to Gizmodo, the exact number of deleted articles has not been disclosed.
Of course not, because then everybody would know how many they're actually looking for, and then they're going to find them. Because I know there's at least one guy that has been religiously backing up CNET for a decade and a half, 2 decades now.
Well, that's kind of news to me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, there is a guy that does that. But I can say that about just about every website.
Yeah.
I just happen to have some idea of where this one might be.
Check the hard drive.
CNET confirmed the culling, saying, quote, "Removing content from our site is not a decision we take lightly. Our teams analyze Our teams analyze many data points to determine whether there are pages on CNET that are currently not serving a meaningful audience. This is an industry-wide best practice for large sites such as ours that are primarily driven by SEO traffic. In an ideal world, we would leave all of our content on our use in perpetuity. Unfortunately, we are penalized by modern internet for leaving all of our previously published content live on our site. This is according to Taylor Canada, CNET's Senior Director of Marketing and Communications.
Okay, what does that guy know about tech? His
shit.
Marketing and communications. That means he knows sweet fuck all.
So let me get this straight. So just as an idiot, just so I completely understand this, they're getting rid of things that don't, benefit people. Is that right? Pretty much.
No, they don't benefit. They don't benefit the money-making machine known as CNET's pockets.
Ah, okay.
CNET's
Fair enough.
Yeah, CNET needs the advertising money.
I have actually been informed that there were a few recent articles that disappeared. Because I can do my homework too, Mr. Sanjin. Because they were not in line with the ESG.
Oh wow!
ESG.
Oh, the dreaded ESG.
Yes. My little birdies tell me lots of things. They don't necessarily give me all the information required to back it up.
Mm.
My little birdies just tell me I'm a virgin.
Now that, sir, sounds like a problem we can fix. We can.
Kind of you to offer, girl.
Huh? No, we'll just take you to Patty's house. We'll just take you to Patty. She'll break you in half. It'll be great.
So, just out of curiosity, do we have any idea of what exactly they're purging at this point?
Well, they're probably purging some of the oldest stuff about some of the tech that is now considered ancient. They're probably also going through and tearing up anything that doesn't quite match the ESG metrics. Because Google's SEO seems to be employing it.
Yeah. I'm inclined to believe the latter is the case here. Just with companies going woke and people taking diversity, inclusion, and all that stuff super seriously these days.
Yeah, by the way, everybody seems to get this in the wrong order. It's not diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's diversity, inequity, and
Exclusion.
Inclusion, then equity. Because that is it makes an actual acronym rather than an initialism, and gives my opinion on what it all should do. I love it. It's short, it's punchy, it just got that impact. But quite frankly, Colby, put it back. Put it back. Okay. And it's about and my 9-year-old is being weird again.
Oh, I thought you were talking to the CNET people who are deleting all the stuff. Just put it back. Put it back.
Well, unfortunately, Some experts say that CNET's extreme example of content pruning is misguided.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. You're not, but again, following up on DIE and ESG, yeah.
In fact, on Tuesday, Google's Search Liaison X account tweeted, "Are you deleting content from your own site just because you somehow believe Google doesn't like old content? That is not a thing. Our guidance does not encourage this."
What a surprise!
Older content can still be helpful too.
It's about erroneous stupidity games and diversity, inclusion, and equity.
I do have to admit, I am fine with the acronym as it is, because its subscribers treat it like Vox Day.
Deus Volt. Okay, so actually the older stuff is more likely to cause ESG and DIE problems.
Yeah, the impression I got from the article is that CNET's in a bit of a rock and a hard place with the new goalposts.
Well, stop moving the goalposts. You won't have that problem.
Of course.
Letting people somebody else move your goalposts for you.
Google's the one who changed the goalposts, though.
Yeah, well, Google has denied this. That is a flat-out denial.
They did it.
What does the C stand for in CNET?
Cheat.
Nope. That's more PG than the C I went for. I gotta cross that out. Hang on a second.
I'm guessing it was a 4-letter word, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It's just a word.
And
People say it all the time.
Was the second letter U or O? That's the question.
It was you.
Oh.
It was
Once you
cups.
have the first vowel, the rest of the word follows. CNET was, I think CNET was actually based on. I think it was actually supposed to be CompuServe. I think it was actually CompuServe or something similar to it. When CompuServe went bye-bye, that's about the time I started seeing CNET.
Oh.
Yes, folks, I am that fucking old. Y'all can kiss my ass. Mock me for being ancient. Heard already. That's right. Well, I remember watching T-Rex with babies that had their feathers still.
At the zoo.
Okay.
Was that on cave paintings or was that not on cave paintings?
Actually, we had one that liked to run around the neighborhood and take care of the local children.
Oh, were you in the Flintstones?
Oh no! That wouldn't be. That wouldn't be till that was an earlier time.
Ah, okay.
Back when the men that made houses out of rocks were kind of stupid.
You mean like today?
Well, at least they're not making adult jokes. It's supposed to be a children's show.
That's fair.
Today that doesn't fly quite so well.
Very true.
And we very rarely use just on a boulder to make the house out of.
Well, that's what my house is made out of.
What, a massive boulder?
Yeah, it rocks.
Are you sure that
I do not take your humor for granted.
Very true. Well, I was having a go at the builder, but he was actually stoned.
Like a Rolling Stone.
Everybody must be stoned.
uh,
Yeah, my house.
So we're
isn't
good for a
builder.
laugh
I
at
just
the very least.
as time passed, reading from the article again, it becomes increasingly clear that the internet is transitionary. Link rot threatens
Transitionary or
content.
transitioning. There is a difference.
Yeah. Link rot threatens content on the web every day, and content found online is far from permanent. A 2021 Harvard University study examined hyperlinks in over 550,000 New York Times articles from 1996 to 2019. That is a period of over 20 years. And discovered that 25% of the links to specific pages were inaccessible. If it weren't for the Internet Archive, for instance, many of the early websites would be completely lost.
Rest in peace, Club Penguin.
Oh, yeah, there is that. There's also the whole, that sort of thing. Oh, my little brain is trying not to expire mightily at this point. But there's a lot of websites that have gone silent. People that don't remember where they existed at any point. But the Internet Archive is actually a really good place to go if you want to see the backups of entire websites.
Yes.
Especially the juiciest bits where you, for example, some tweet that somebody deleted, calling some quote unquote protected group or another, like animals or some shit, Somebody said something that might be embarrassing. Quick, Internet Archive!
Yeah.
Can I do that to my whole Facebook page?
Yeah, probably. Well, you could. I'm not sure what to, but you probably could.
Oh, trust me, I do.
Causes of link rot include website shutdowns, server migration, shifts to new content management systems, and more. We can add another culprit to the list: content pruning for SEO. Perhaps
Yep.
it is perhaps another sign of how bad things have become with Google's search results.
Again, why are we also beholden to Gerbil? It's like they own the internet or something. They don't.
They don't.
But if Gerbil speaks, everybody jumps. Why?
From a business standpoint, if you're not on Google, then you might as well not even exist.
Well, again, a lot of people safely ignore Google.
Yes.
Of course, most of those people are very small websites. We're not talking about Juboob or something.
Yeah, Bing is treating me very well.
GoDuckGo is better. It's not beholden to Microsoft.
That's true.
Microshaft.
I'm not too worried about Microsoft because they have no personal investment in the data they're collecting.
I don't like Google. I don't like Google. I don't like Google ruffling through my hard drive at random. They do it anyway, but I'd be willing to bet that if I asked nicely, and if I went hunting hard enough and asked nicely enough, they could actually give me images of all of my hard drives going back the last 10 years.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Or at least enough information that I could rebuild them.
Yeah, Google worries me because they're trying to make the world a better place, and achieving that would require getting rid of me.
Honestly, the only way to make the world a better place would be to get rid of everybody and let the internet just run by itself.
Yeah, it would still be functioning at 50% capacity.
How about we
like you
just
said,
how about
it might be as much as 70, actually.
how about we just start off with just eliminating furries? See where that takes us.
Yeah, let's not do that.
That would take down all the infrastructure, unfortunately.
We should also get rid of British people because they're always the villains in things.
That means you go bye-bye too, Vaughn. We don't want that. We don't want that
No.
happening. There's actually a source of humor going on there.
I'm definitely American, I promise.
Yeah, he's one of them Southern boys.
Yeah, I just have a
All
weird
right.
accent.
Okay, people, settle down. Let's get back. Let's get back to the article. Or are we done with that now?
One last point that we need to make. Even if websites don't pull down content completely, certain archives can be compromised over time in other ways. Over the past decade, a plague of copyright trolls threatened many publications with lawsuits for using images in a manner that would likely constitute fair use if tested in court. But
No.
trials are expensive.
Wait a second. No. Richard Leibowitz has been disbarred. So
Well,
that
that doesn't mean that other copyright trolls can't crawl out of the woodwork.
Yeah, but he was by far the most prolific.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They finally got around to making an example of his sorry ass. And some others and some other big copyright trolls got the same treatment from the courts. So, and we haven't been seeing nearly as many of those lawsuits being filed.
And I'm going to throw something out here, going back to Keppel for a moment. I'm wondering whether whether the current situation with Google has anything to do with Keppel's and Kiwi Farms. She flexed it. She had enough clout that she was able to flex and get Kiwi Farms pretty much removed from the internet for a brief time. So I'm wondering whether Google's saying, well, maybe we have enough power, we could flex and make all these other websites come in line.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that is horrifyingly likely. Whether or not they got the idea from Keppel's or not is actually irrelevant.
No, they've been on that road a while.
I'm pretty sure they've been at that for a long time now. You notice how you can't access the website without going through Gerbil first, at least 5 different times.
Is that true? Let me just Google the answer.
Actually, all you have to do is go to any website, look down at the lower left-hand corner, and check to see how many times Google's name comes up. The smallest number I've run into recently is 5.
Well, I don't know. I can't see it through my Google Glass.
Okay.
Not all websites disregard their archives or fall into the SEO trap, thankfully. For example, Ars Technica, the source of this article, you can find archives written 25 years ago and many in their original format. And Ars search function still works remarkably well.
But I wonder if there's any articles removed that we don't know about.
Ars Technica probably not. But that doesn't mean anything. That's why it's probably not.
Of course, it's Ars Technica. If they did remove something, they'd know how to cover their tracks.
Well, at least they'd be smart enough to know they needed to. I do give Ars Technica entirely too much credit.
They are just a company.
Okay, so what do we think about this new reason for removing archives? Old archives.
Again, this is gerbil. If what they say is true, and I doubt that over much. I don't doubt that over much, but press X to doubt. Just don't press it very hard. On
Softly press X.
this is dribble moving goalposts, and why are we also beholden to dribble? Dribble isn't even all that good for search anymore because, well, they're cutting out. They seem to be cutting off things that don't comply with ESG and DIE.
I do hope YouTube start doing that though and get rid of I don't know, Sniper Wolves videos or something like that because they don't want
Well,
they're ESG friendly, unfortunately.
I honestly don't know anything about Sniper Wolf, so
You are better off that way, my friend.
I'm probably going to find out here soon.
I first found out about her during the scandal where she got caught getting carried in some shooter.
I mean, she actually did go to prison at some point.
Eh?
I think she was committing an armed robbery. That's 100% true.
She's playing Battlefield Hardline, the real game.
It was actually Payday 2, I think, back in the day.
Okay, then, gentlemen. All right.
All right.
Any comments?
Yeah.
The only thing I can add to this is just to say, as the kids like to say, it's double plus ungood.
Yeah.
Did
I
the
think
kids
we're
say
gonna-
that?
I honestly
Possibly
think-
Orwellian.
I honestly think it's about time we wrap this up.
By the way, folks, make Orwell fiction again.
Next week, we will readdress Billy Mitchell and his latest antics in his lawsuit against Twin Galaxies.
Yeah.
Also, next week, we will address Guinness World Records and why their copyright spree, the MCA spree, is a very bad idea. So, until next week, beware, the tax man cometh.
Hello, folks. This is Morgan Freeman. This concludes our broadcast day. I'm Morgan Freeman.